Hello, Toon Army! What a brilliant day to be talking about our beloved Newcastle United, the best team in the world. Hope you're all doing well and keeping that black and white spirit burning bright. I've got some absolutely cracking Newcastle United news to discuss with you today, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on these developments that are shaping our club's future. What do you think about Dan Burn potentially signing a new contract extension? And how massive would it be to secure Alexander Isak on improved terms to make him our highest paid player? And with Champions League qualification on the line this weekend, how confident are you that we can beat Everton, even if our Swedish sensation, Alexander Isak, can't make it due to his groin injury? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm dying to hear what the Geordie faithful think about these crucial moments for our beloved Magpies. What an absolutely brilliant piece of news to start with today. Toon Army, our giant from Blyth, Dan Burn, is reportedly set to agree terms on a new contract extension. And honestly, I couldn't be more delighted for the lad. At 33 years old, Burn has been having the season of his life. And it's about time we're rewarding loyalty and quality when we see it. Let's be honest here. When Dan Burn first arrived at St. James's Park, there were plenty of doubts from some quarters of our support. But what this magnificent defender has done is prove that heart, determination, and genuine love for the shirt can overcome any initial skepticism. The man scored at Wembley in our Carabao Cup triumph, a moment that will live forever in Newcastle United folklore, and that alone has cemented his status as a Toon legend in my eyes. But it's not just that magical Wembley moment that's earned Burn this new deal. Throughout this season, he's been our most consistent performer at the back, showing the kind of reliability that championship-winning teams are built upon. The fact that he's also earned his first England cap at 33 just shows the level he's been performing at. That's the kind of late career recognition that comes from sustained excellence. And it speaks volumes about how much he's improved since putting on the black and white stripes. Now, while Burn's extension is fantastic news, the real excitement comes from what Paul Mitchell needs to do next. Alexander Isak absolutely must be our next priority for a contract extension. And from what I'm hearing, the club is prepared to make him our highest paid player. And why shouldn't they? The Swedish striker has been nothing short of sensational for us. And if we genuinely believe he's one of the best strikers in the world, which I certainly do, then we need to pay him like one. The reported figure of over $200,000 per week might sound steep to some, but let's put this in perspective. This is a 25-year-old striker who's already proven he can score goals at the highest level in the Premier League. He's got pace, intelligence, clinical finishing, and most importantly, he seems to genuinely love playing for Newcastle United. When you've got a player of that caliber who wants to be here, you do whatever it takes to keep him. What's particularly encouraging is hearing that we're also open to offering new deals to Bruno Guimaraes and Sandro Tonali. Bruno's been our midfield magician since he arrived, and getting rid of that release clause should be an absolute priority. The Brazilian has shown time and time again that he's got the quality to play for any team in Europe, but he's chosen to stay and fight for Newcastle United. That kind of commitment deserves to be rewarded with improved terms, and crucially, the removal of that clause that's been hanging over us like a sword of Damocles. As for Sandro Tonali, what a comeback story he's been writing this season. After all the challenges he faced early in his Newcastle career, to see him performing at such a high level and being considered for a new contract is just brilliant. The Italian has shown the kind of character and resilience that exemplifies what Newcastle United is all about. Never giving up, always fighting, and proving the doubters wrong. Paul Mitchell has a massive job on his hands, but these are the kinds of problems you want to have We're not desperately trying to keep players who don't want to be here. We're looking to reward quality players who've shown their commitment to our project. That's the sign of a club that's moving in the right direction. And it's exactly what we need to be doing if we want to establish ourselves among Europe's elite. The fact that these discussions are happening shows the ambition and forward-thinking approach that's been missing from Newcastle United for far too long. We're finally acting like the massive club we've always been, and securing these key players on improved terms will send a message to the rest of the football world that Newcastle United means business. Right then, Toonami, let's talk about what could be one of the most important matches in recent Newcastle United history. This weekend against Everton isn't just another Premier League fixture. It's our chance to secure Champions League football, and what a massive achievement that would be for our beloved club. Now, the big concern heading into this crucial match is whether our Swedish superstar, Alexander Isak, will be fit enough to feature. The lad's been nursing a groin injury, missed that disappointing defeat at Arsenal, and hasn't been training with the first team this week. But you know what? I absolutely love Eddie Howe's confidence and approach to this situation. Our gaffer is showing exactly why he's the right man to lead Newcastle United forward. When Howe says he's confident we can beat Everton, even without Isak, that's not just manager speak. That's genuine belief in the squad he's built and the system we've developed. And he's absolutely right when he talks about us not being truly reliant on one player. Yes, Isak's has been phenomenal for us this season, and losing our top scorer for such a crucial match is far from ideal. But Newcastle United has always been about the collective, about the team spirit that runs through the very fabric of our club. What's particularly impressive is how Howe referenced the other key players we've successfully managed without during our recent run. Players like Kieran Trippier, Joelinton, and Lewis Hall have all had massive impacts when called upon, and that depth and resilience is exactly what separates good teams from great ones. It shows we've got a squad full of players who understand what it means to wear the black and white stripes and are ready to step up when the team needs them most. I'll be honest with you, those statistics about our record without Isak aren't particularly encouraging. 1 draw and 3 losses in league games without him, with only 1 goal scored across those 4 matches, does highlight just how important he's been to our attacking play. But football isn't just about statistics, is it? It's about moments, about players rising to the occasion when it matters most, and about the incredible atmosphere that St. James's Park can create on big occasions like this. If Isak can't make it, we've got options that could cause Everton real problems. Callum Wilson showed his class when he deputised at Arsenal, and despite it being only his second league start of the campaign, you can never write off a striker of his experience and quality. The man knows where the goal is, and in a pressure situation like this, that kind of composure could be exactly what we need. But here's where it gets really interesting. The mention of Will Osula as a potential wildcard. Sometimes in football, it's the unpredictable elements that can make all the difference. Everton will have spent all week preparing for how to stop our usual attacking threats. But throwing someone raw and unpredictable like Osula into the mix could completely change the dynamic of the match. That's the kind of tactical flexibility that shows just how much depth and options Howe has at his disposal. There's also the possibility of switching Anthony Gordon to a central role against his former club. Now, wouldn't that be something special? Gordon's got pace, creativity, and most importantly, he'll be absolutely desperate to show Everton what they let go. Playing him centrally could give us that unpredictability in the final third that might just unlock a stubborn Everton defence. What's got me most excited though is Eddie Howe's comments about this summer's transfer window. The difference in mentality he's describing compared to 12 months ago is absolutely massive for our club's future. Last summer, we were in that horrible position of needing to sell players to balance the books. A situation that no ambitious club wants to find themselves in. But now we're talking about different possibilities, about actually being able to strengthen the squad rather than just trying to keep it together. That shift from a selling position to having lots of positivity at the start of the transfer window is exactly what we've been waiting to hear as Newcastle United supporters. It means we can finally start thinking like a big club again, identifying the players who can take us to the next level rather than just hoping we can hold on to the ones we've already got. The timing couldn't be better either. If we can secure Champions League football this weekend, and I'm absolutely convinced we will, then we'll be able to attract an even higher caliber of player than we might have managed otherwise. World-class players want to play in the Champions League, and being able to offer that European stage alongside the incredible atmosphere of St. James's Park and the ambitious project that's being built here makes us an incredibly attractive proposition. Eddie, heading off on a well-deserved family holiday early next week, shows he's got complete faith in the setup at the club. He knows that Paul Mitchell and the recruitment team will be working hard behind the scenes to identify the right targets, and that when he returns, there'll be a clear plan in place for how we're going to improve this already impressive squad. The best part about all of this is that we're not just dreaming anymore. We're actually living it. Newcastle United is back where we belong, competing for European places, attracting top players, and building something truly special. This weekend, against Everton, isn't just about securing Champions League football. It's about proving that the sleeping giant of English football is well and truly awake. Well, that's all from St. James's Park for today, lads and lasses. Keep supporting the best team in the world, and I'll be back with more updates soon. Come, on you Magpies!